Let's take a look at the headlines. The president receives letters of credence from the ambassadors of Georgia and Belgium. SADC countries to collaborate in fighting the spread of cholera in the region. And in football, entrance fee dispute between Moshudi Center Chiefs and the First Division South League presented before the Botswana Football League for arbitration. Interpreting in sign language is Amantle Babili. Good evening. The President, Dr. Masisi, received letters of credence from the Ambassador of Georgia, Mr. Ronald Berize, and Belgium Ambassador, Mr. Paul Janssen, this morning. When receiving letters from the Belgian Ambassador, Mr. Janssen, President Dr. Masisi noted that Botswana places high value on its diamond industry, adding that diamonds have been a critical part of the country's development. Tutlang Matlavapiri.
Botswana and Belgium have enjoyed excellent bilateral relations founded on shared principles and commitment towards the promotion of human rights, democracy, good governance and the rule of law since 1975. The two countries currently cooperate on various sectors including mining, agriculture, tourism and education. However, President Masisi has encouraged Mr. Janssen, who will be based in Pretoria, to expand the scope of cooperation, especially in the diamond sector, urging him to frequently visit Botswana to study the diamond industry.
We have a big diamond sector here. Study it and visit the source more than anything else. It's a real source, and it's quickly, almost surgically clean in the way we do it. And I keep saying to everybody who comes from Belgium particularly, there is no country and no place on earth for which diamonds mean as much as our diamonds mean to us. And that's every single citizen living, to live, and deceased. It defines us as a people. So Botswana is diamonds, and diamonds are us.
Of course, we understand that diamond is very important for many African countries, especially for Botswana. That's why, as you mentioned, my Prime Minister wanted really to meet you and discuss with you from the very beginning. We want to have also our Southern African friends especially on board, and we want to discuss with you the best system possible. We have to find a way that basically I think we agree on the basics, that the Russian diamond should be kept out of the market. Now it's a matter of technicalities. How can we develop a system which is, let's say, waterproof, that to be sure that those diamonds are not mixed with other ones when they arrive on the market. So this is a matter of discussion between experts. I'm not one of those.
The ambassador of Georgia pledged to spare no effort to continue to promote warm and cordial diplomatic relations between Botswana and Georgia. With shared common values, Botswana and Georgia are committed to environmental education and present opportunities in the development of institutions and various sectors such as trade and science.
This opens up opportunity for even further and deeper engagement in the sectors that are so useful to both countries: agriculture, education, science, tech, innovation, and development of such ecosystems. But these are built, predicated on the fertile ground developed by diplomacy.
We see that there are opportunities. We see that there is a possibility for us just to expand our cooperation and trade. And since Georgia is moving fast economically, and the Republic of Botswana is also committed to development, its economic development, we think that it would be possible for all of us just to make our contacts first. Yes. Very active.
President Masisi encouraged these two new envoys to do their best to explore and deepen areas of cooperation and to enhance solid relations between their countries and Botswana. Tlotla Matlavapiri, BTV News, Gaborone.
The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, paid homage to the Molao family in Matang after the passing of their father, Mr. Ntobe Molao, at the end of last year. Mr. Ntobe Molao is the father of the Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Fidelis Molao, who is also the Member of Parliament for Shashe West, Bethany Mandu.
The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, who was accompanied by the Minister of Education and Skills Development, Dr. Douglas Letsola Tebem, the Assistant Minister of Youth, Sport, Gender and Culture, Mr. Buti Bili, and the Permanent Secretary to the President, Ms. Emma Piletezi, was on international duty at the passing of Mr. Ntobe Molao, hence coming here personally to convey his condolences.
Ya non ka bua gore go tla re ke tleana ke le re matshidiso mo boemong jwa puso e ke eteletseng pele le ba kauleng ba banna bana le bo me ba re ba ka le bone le bo mo jwa la palane ke re go motsegang ya ne ke re ke tleana ka go le supetsa gore ke le meno ke la le lona ra mo le boga le bogisa botshelo ba gago.
The family thanked the President for his emotional support and the love they received.
Uri gopula o gopola mabotswapele ya gago gore ga go diragetse se se ntseng jaana o bota o re lekula re a se lebogela sone seo.
Still in Matang, President Masisi also visited the family of Mr. David, who also lost their mother, Ms. Galeboe David, last week. She was a dedicated farmer and died at the age of 81 due to illness.
We are crying and we are blessed at the same time.
Me re khomotsa ka botho ba rona ka gore go nna yana ra khomotsana itse khomotso batsadi khomotsegang ra khomotsega matawile me modimo teng.
The President says commiserating with families who lost their loved ones is one of the traditional values that unite the nation and gives comfort at their lowest moment. Bethany Mandu, BTV News, Matang.
In efforts to ensure that every Botswana has been provided with shelter, as well as equally assisting all citizens, Maletiland Board Chairman Mr. Khotsomate says in November last year, 293 plots were allocated to Botswana. He highlighted that before the end of this financial year, they intend to allocate 553 plots. Mr. Mate revealed this during a Khotla meeting held in Otse recently. Pel Puduhudu.
Otsa residents have been made aware that they are allowed to request to change their land for business purposes, as different government initiatives such as Timoletlotlo allows them to do so, which can bring them income and create employment.
In
other issues, residents voiced their grievances while at the same time expressing gratitude towards some of the developments established in their village, which includes the railway line.
Police station bona ba se polisi ba re huparetse sepatšhe mme kana sepatšhe se nna ngwaga go tswa mo go tsena mo go le sepatšhe seo se tloga se tsamaya mme re raetsho re buile kgang a ga se kgang e ka digelwang gatshe ra neelwa gapenyana mme ga ne le go kopile go siame ke mo a ba tswelele ba dire ka gore go na le dilo tse dintsi tse di yang go helela di tsena mo gare gongwe le tsone tse di yang go di a nako
ke tla tsetebogo go dingwaga re ntse re kopa makgabaganyo a seforo ka go morago ga moeding tlhale re beile ka ngwaga wa bo 2000 I think so ka ngwaga wa bo 2000 go thoma go 2024 re tswagela kwa ra go crossa go moeding mme ya utlwa gote mo ngwageng mo ra go dira makgabaganyo a seforo
kganye ya police post le yone e salaka ena teng jaanong ka re na le lamboto e ntšha le yone ke kganye le gore ke tla e tsenya ka bone gore re itse gore yaanong re a potlaka bogolo yang ka gore ga re bue ka gore re go batla madi re bua hela ka gore re ka ikokega ga kae gore re tsise sepodisi seo.
BOTSWANA are encouraged to apply for land as they are eligible for allocation of land at any area of their choice. Pel Puduhudu, BTV News, Odze.
As Botswana aspires to adequately facilitate regional and local meetings, conferences and exhibitions, the Botswana Public Service College, BPSC, facilitated training on protocol and etiquette for various district leaders. The BPSC upskilled the leaders in order to ensure that they are adequately equipped to host international guests. Kitso Taimani.
At the end of these trainings, 68 district leadership will obtain well-developed skills on protocol and etiquette practices. The course mainly encompasses order of precedence, international and local protocol practices, sitting protocol, and dining etiquette, as Botswana is well geared to host and moderate international conferences, thus a prerequisite to be acquainted with managing well such mega events.
Talking about the rules, the procedures, of how to behave, of how to handle state affairs, of how to handle visitors and diplomats, and how to handle yourself. You know, the order of precedence, for example, knowing, recognizing people by their seniority and positions. We are also going to be covering dining etiquette.
District leadership acknowledged the training and that it will aid them when protocoling and managing high-profile guests.
Thusa ka gore re thusa ma counselora mo tirong ya bone mme kana gore re ha re ba thusa yana re tshwanetse re ba kaele ditsamaiso tse ba tshwanetse go di dirisa mo tirong ya bone
go a gore thusa gore kgone gore re kgone go place batho in order of precedence ka ntse re rutiwa go bua nnete ga ntse protocol na re ntse re lebella thata go senya ga molaodi.
District leadership have been encouraged to partake in the training course, considering that it will equip them with core skills and knowledge to master protocol precedents. Kitso Taimani, Botswana Television, Kasane.
Kapamari Primary School class block in Khansi, which was destroyed by a storm last year, is currently undergoing refurbishment, and the project is expected to be completed at the end of March this year. The project, which is expected to be completed in 8 weeks, will cost 1.2 million pula. Angela Enosa.
Last year, a storm ravaged through Kapamadi Primary School, destroying a double-story classroom block, worsening the oversubscription situation the school is currently grappling with. The school has over 940 learners against a 640 carrying capacity. The refurbishment project to get the block functional once more is underway.
We have 8 classrooms that have been lit outside. Hence, we introduced the double shift. But now the situation has changed because it's now -4. It means -4 plus 4. 4 you only get 20. So now we have 12 classes being taught outside. That means 12 classes come in the afternoon.
Meanwhile, ensuring government property is an undertaking officials are being advised to strongly consider.
rana puso ka bontsi ga mo ba sala ka morago kana puso ka go tsa setšhaba mme se se rutile sengwe gore dipeo di le tsa se mme yaanong re bona go le le thulaganyo e ke cancel insurance e be e le teng golo mo ke bontabolo ja go gokoletsa bokete jwa ditshenyegelo tse di kana-kana tsa gore ga dibisa tsa taelo di setse di gorogile mo dithutong tsa setšhaba puso ya ela e go apetseng ka baakanya.
Khansi Primary is also facing its fair share of troubles despite celebrating a major feat this year after topping Khansi School's PSLE performance.
Stationery, it comes, but in small quantities. For instance, just 2 days back, with the really felt pen. Every teacher out there 7 felt pens.
The supply is failing to deliver consignment as ordered. Ya no haeta un tama gore ke bona gore ha na pupile 100 ha ke monela 100 ka ba kai we me hell kapa malwe me hell. Can't I try to rationalize
A new school to be built in Meriting Ward in Khansi is said to be the salvation for the overcrowding in the schools around the township.
The expression of interest that's on the city is to learn how to carry April. And there are contractors that are citing Gahoya, Sabone Sabone, Little Dissimility. Mary Dula Morao Retanna le Pocota Yamusuke, or Abasu elementary class.
The district has been allocated just 1.2 million pula for all maintenance projects in the area. Angela Nusa, BTV News, Khansi.
The director of Botswana Institute of Rehabilitation and Reintegration of Ex-Offenders Bureau, Mr. Matang, has appealed to relevant stakeholders to jointly fight the use of illicit drugs, which he says does not only destroy individual lives but could potentially cripple the economy. Mr. Jacomo was speaking during the Bureau graduation and ex-offenders reintegration into society event in Gaborone.
These 25 graduates underwent an intensive 11-month bootcamp training that was positioned to reshape their behaviors and encourage them to desist from engaging in criminal activities, among them illicit drug use. These young men were taken on a journey of transformation through self-acceptance and discovering oneself spiritually to make it easy for them to live harmoniously with their communities.
Ya re tsontse go make sure gore batho ga ba je ditage mo maphateng a rile re introduce maneno a tseneletseng gore go na le ditiro tse leng gore ha o tsena mo go tsone ga o wa testiwa gore a ga o je ditage ha o tsena ko mining ka ke ha se kae a ga o je ditage ha o batla go bereka go ofising ga tautona o testiwe gore a ga o je ditage gore e senyalo ra o itlela gore ano re ha gare ga ditage.
The Botswana Police Services Narcotics Unit expressed concern over escalating numbers of young people involved in the use of illicit drugs that has proven to be detrimental to the mental and psychological health.
Le tage ngwe ya katse le tage ya crack cocaine mi thata tage e leng gore tshwenya bana thata gore ibile ba helle ba ya go mental hospital kana ba bangwe ba helle ba ile go bo biro kana ba ile kae kana go bo sasnet ke yone tage ya katse ke tage e leng gore e re tshwenya ibile e tsamaela go overtake.
Various speakers encouraged the graduates to be assertive and face their challenges head-on as they'll be integrated back into the society.
ha o ka laletsa modimo ha o sa laletse modimo ha o ke ta o tswa mo lefifing le Satan a o tsentse mo go lone.
Allow the world to see the new you, Rautan. Allow the world to laugh at you, but don't allow the world to shame you, Rautan. I care about the whole time when I'm about to tell. Hello, Lord, I may be about but don't let them shame you, because if you let them shame you,
the public has been implored to support graduates by helping them to discover and grow their talents, as they can ultimately flourish and earn a living through them. Gelekeletswe Somulikai, BTV News, Gaborone.
The recent outbreak of cholera in some SADC countries bordering Botswana poses a threat to the region's healthcare system. This was said by the Minister of Health, Dr. Edwin Dikoloti, when giving an update on the SADC health ministers' meeting he recently attended. At the meeting, SADC countries were urged to be on high alert to avert the spread of the disease. Komiso Mapanyane reports.
The outbreak of cholera in neighboring countries has been identified as a risk to this country, as people from affected countries pay regular visits to this country. Minister Dikoloti emphasized their outreach program of spreading message to sensitize the public about the disease.
Our communities, ba ipabalele gore ba ka tsena ke jone bolwetse jo re le phata re ntse re le ka gore re heosa gape le mo dibodareng gore re simolola gore re screene batho ba batlang mme gape re interacta le bona go ba botsa gore go tswang teng ke go ntseng jang gore re ntatse gore re itsa go tlhago ga bolwetse jo ka kwana mo bogampieno yana ga ise go re ne le epe confirmed positive case mo hatsine la Botswana mme ke batla gore tletsa Batswana gore re tswela ka tshwaragano e thatae ka satarta ga o tswa mo go ene o re le mahatsa SADC batona ba botsogo re na le phutego gape mme ene cholera ne le nngwe ya dikgang tse leng gore ne re di kopanetse through WHO le Africa CDC go bona gore re kopana yang gore re tswelle ka go nonosa tirisano mmogo.
One of the affected countries has shown interest in building medical laboratory that will produce cholera medication. Minister Dikoloti said on the recent meeting held between this country and Zambia has slowed them in learning from Zambia how to produce medicine.
Re la Botswana re batla go develop mo go teng a pharmaceutical ecosystem in the country, and we want to participate in the whole value chain ya go dirwa ga melemo wa itse se tse Batswana bangwe go ntle go ithuta ka go dirwa ga melemo ke dingwe tse di leng gore re eteletse pele ka tsone mme di tsotlhe tsene le gore re bona gore re tshwaranya jang botsipa jwa rona gore go behelong go lo mmebele go lo more ka re reng re go dira rotlhe sengwe se re se dirang thata gape re le patala botsogo go gore re tsweditse thata go diragedwa mo go teng surveillance go nna go nna ntse dupa go netatsa gore mme mo go dupeng ga rona re kganela ka mo gotlhe mo kana ha ile gore go na le yone positive case re gone go na sa le re nopotse go le gale.
Cooperation and unity among countries in the fight against cholera is of high importance, as sharing of ideas can be an ideal in prevention of cholera as well as other diseases that might resurface in future. Kumiso Mapanyani, BTV News.
Member of Parliament for Natagweta, Mr. Paulson Majaha, says he will table a motion in the next Parliament sitting requesting for the appointment of agricultural extension officers in every village so that the newly launched the Molototlo program becomes a success. Mr. Majaha was addressing a Khotla meeting in Gweta to update residents on bills passed and motions discussed at the just-ended Parliament. Bethany Mando has more.
The ongoing ploughing season marks the beginning of the Molototlo after it was launched by the President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, replacing his part. But like any other new kid on the block, the program has its unique challenges.
Te Molototo itile mo go bone go utwa go buiwa madi tema ke bokana go utwa madi a kana 2.5 bora di tractor ga na ba sena di diesel jaano go lo mohela ke gone mo gore paledisitse mme temo le totora ya tara ile bogela
gompieno ne re bua ka gore le hatsi lengwe le nngwe kana kgaolo nngwe le nngwe go ta bona le balemisi ba ileng gore batho ba lebeletse ka go lengwang ka teng ba kae mo nakong ya gompieno mme re na le molemisi a le mongwe hela go tle gape go ta bona le balemisi
timo le toto e santse le ngwana hela yo le gore tota hela o batla khudisio e tona re mo kopanela re mo rera tota gore e be re ta re mo thaloganya gore a kgone go ka re busetsa nna maloba ke rile yalo ka re a re kupeng ke bua le re mo le batsi maloba ke kopanye le ene ba tswa go go tautona hela gore thulaganyo e tsenang go parlamente a re ba akanye go a motse mongwe le mongwe le molemisi.
The meeting gave residents the opportunity to raise pertinent long-standing issues like insufficient water supply caused by frequent power cuts, as well as internal roads which are in a state of disrepair.
Ditsela tsa rona tse di mo motseng mo mekgatlheng di heletswe ke boleng di setse di heletswe ke boleng ebile di senyetsa batho ba ba nang le dikolotsana tsa bone dithara di a swa ditshipi di a thathamoga
tsatsi helelo go motlakase ga o ga re itsisiwe sepe motho modimo go go hetsa 2 weeks re sa no metsi ga ta re no metsi a didiba a kgothelesegile mme re helela ra gona o le a water utilities ya ne ile ang ka be ke banela mogopolo wa gore batho ba modimo a re pompelwe metsi ka motlakase wa letsatsi
re na le kompone e bidiwa Uncharted Africa through Godotsa ba re soloheditse gore ba gore tsenyetsa di-panel mo didibeng tsa rona gore ha re na le mathata a motlakase rona be re tsweletse re nwa metsi.
Mr. Majaga also updated that since the year 2024-2025 has been declared a drought year due to the effects of climate change, government has put in place mitigation measures like increasing the pelagian threshold and the provision of subsidized animal feeds. Bethany Manto, BTV News, Gweta.
The Acting Director of Health Services at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Patrick Masokwane, has encouraged the public to not shy away from seeking to ensure that medical health practitioners comply with proper documenting and recording of the medical history of patients. Dr. Masokwane said this in an interview with BTV News yesterday. Terry Makoeng and Dumisang Vinte.
With the expansion of medical health services in the country, patients can find themselves seeking medical assistance from a variety of places. This can, as a result, lead to a patient not having their medical history in one place. To combat this situation, government works hand in hand with private health facilities to ensure that medical history of patients in both the public and private sector can be easily accessible to them or other health practitioners.
What all health facilities should do is should keep records and be able to furnish them to the users when they need them. When a user requests a record, the law allows that the head of the facility may sometimes not issue these records when they think the records will be prejudicial to the user. A lot of health records I would be put as a patient in private facility X, having taken medication ABC. I would also have gone to a private GP B, having put on medication CDE, and I would have gone to another public facility. So what the ministry is going the direction of is we want to come up with a universal health record where we would have the records talk to each other so that both public and private can even access. There could be access for both public and private.
To ensure proper and efficient management of records, health practitioners are advised to use both the manual and electronic handling of medical records, with the electronic one used as a backup to avoid record loss.
In government, there is a paper-based system and electronic system. So the expectation is the electronic system should always be working to detail that if somebody came at 10 p.m. and there is no track in the paper trail because for some reason the emergency room was so busy that at the time there could have been a mishap in the records, there is a clear detail that the person was seen, and then patient monitoring system shows that at 10 p.m. they came, and then at 22 hours the following day, or whichever may apply, that person was at such and such a facility taking such and such a care. And the inpatient management systems should be able to capture even the care that the person had.
Government is looking into putting the Universal Record Center, which will allow both the private and public health workers access to medical health records of patients. Terry Makhoeng, BTV News, Gaborone.
Tribal leaders have been encouraged to inform themselves of the pillars of Vision 2036 as they are strategically positioned to educate communities. This was said by the Director of Leadership Development at the Botswana Public Service College, Ms. Daisy Pilewetsi, who was speaking at a training session organized to capacitate tribal leaders from Ngamiland district to know and understand the national vision. Maranyane Samakata.
Traditional leadership, or bogosi, plays a very critical role of harmonizing government and the community as it promotes the spirit of consultation and some democratic principles that benefits the two. As such, traditional leadership is regarded as a strategic partner to government that could help communities to utilize government programs, which include Vision 2036.
They need to understand the different pillars of the vision, and they need to be able to apply the vision and move their respective communities in line with where the vision wants to take the whole country to. Remember, part of the role of government is not to leave anyone behind.
This workshop was an eye-opener for Mahosi, who have now realized how it affects them and how they could help to attain its pillars.
But to look at the recommendations, the strategies they can implement it. One of the key principles even you know what foundation is on consultation and engagement. So if I do malana ka mono lo mongwe la re itse ke ntse ke tsa hale ke re ha ke le mo territory ya me gange ka pata ka go yo mong ka nta ga go nna jalo go ne go le gore go riana nka re ke na le tlhoko ka go adima go next door ka go engage go counseling ka go engage go land board gore nka dimeng resource ke sana nai.
Mahosi commended the organizers of this workshop, which has helped them to address some of their challenges.
Ka giso e nna teng go na le merero le therisano ke go ne dithabolo di ka nna teng ka giso e ka nna teng mme dikgosi di sa tlogelwa go morago dikgosi le tsone ba le mo teng go aga pilara yone ke buang ka governance, peace and security. Gore ha dikgosi ba sa tlogelwa go morago ba tsamaya le bone ba ba rutuntse ha le kana rona ke no ba ile gore re ga o hitata le morai wa rona go ba ruta le go ba kaela go emano ke pilara yone. Ha o sa tlhaloganye ditshwanelo tsa gago ga o ka kiwa wa utwana le upe ha gongwe motho o bua le ene o itse tsamaiso gore nya kgosi o helela ha kgosi nka bo dirile yana wena o tsela gore motho o dira ja o go lebela go tase go sa nna jalo.
Re ke tsa re la re boela go kgaolo tsa rona ra go diragatsa se re se rutile ha ra o hela re bitsa morae re ba ruta se re se rutileng la go sitsa tselwane malatsa a le mantsinyana re ta re kgaoganya go ba ruta gore ba te ba thaloganye re ne mo sporo se le wane rote me re simolotse ka dikomiti tsa motse.
Mahosi were further urged to go on benchmarking exercises with their colleagues from other regions to help improve their service delivery. Maranyane Samakata, BTV News, Maung.
Tato Khosimori is standing by to give us the latest in sports, TT.
Hello, Komoso.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well.
Yes.
Please proceed.
Thank you. This is BOTSWANA Tonight Sports segment. I am Tato Khosimura. Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at our top story tonight. Local motorcycle rider Ross Branch was honored by a motorcade around the Gaborone city this afternoon for his achievement at the 2024 Dakar Rally. The celebrations was organized by the Gaborone City Mayor Austin Abraham, Tlamelo Muntsusi and Abam Pete reports.
Ross Branch, or Kalahari Ferrari as he is affectionately known in motorsport circles, was celebrated with a motorcade for his Dakar Rally exploits, where he raised Botswana flag high, becoming the first Botswana to ever get a podium finish at the event. The motorcade started at GSS grounds, passing through Glen Valley, Pagalane, Old Naledi, and ended at Main Mall, where he was met by a multitude who came to cheer and appreciate him for his achievement.
Ross, many of us have been glued to our screens in the past month, watching you fight against all odds, throwing all your strength against inhospitable terrain to emerge victorious. Not only are you the first Dakar stage winner from Botswana after taking the stage 2 victory at the Dakar Rally 2020, but you also made history not only for Botswana but for the entire continent by becoming the first Botswana and African to podium at the Dakar.
Yeah, you know, 2024 is a great start for me. At Dakar, I got second place, so it's second place in the World Championship of round 1. So we've got 4 more rounds to go. Abu Dhabi is in 3 weeks' time, so you know, I've got to get ready for Abu Dhabi, round 2 of the World Championship, and hopefully I can bring home a world title this year. You know, we're in a good position at the moment, so we just got to make sure that we keep focused, keep working hard, and take it race by race.
Ross Branch of Hero Motorsport took first position in Stage 1 and Stage 11, finishing second in overall standings, 10 minutes and 53 seconds behind Ricky Brabeck of Monster Energy Honda. The Dakar Rally is one of the most challenging races, especially weather conditions. Ross Branch managed to complete 5,790 kilometers in 51 hours and 41 minutes. Tlamelo Munsusi, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
The first Division South League match between Muchuri Center Chiefs and Union Flamingo Santos, which was supposed to be played yesterday, was called off as a result of an impasse between the league committee and the match host Center Chiefs over match entrance fees. In an interview with BTV Sport Desk, First Division South Vice Chairperson Major Tebe Mokwa said the matter has been presented before the Botswana Football League Disciplinary Committee for mitigation. Comments was and Naban paid with more.
The First Division South Committee released a press statement on Tuesday, citing that the committee has resolved to suspend 2 upcoming Muchuri Center Chiefs home games against Flamingo Santos and Desdenau. The committee and host chiefs are at loggerheads over entrance fee, as the Katembe side has been charging 30 pula as entry fee for their games, while First Division South has put a standard price of 25 pula as entrance fee.
Releva First Division South. Go makgetho ra re ntse re bua le ba Muchuri Center Chiefs le nna le bona ipapatso tsa bona ba supa gore metshameko ya bone ke 30 pula, mme ditlhopha tse di tshamekang le bone ba nna ba ipelaetsa gore kana tota ba rotloetsi ba bone o ka re ga ba jwa ntsoma ka tselangwe ka gore metshameko yotlhe e duelwa 25 pula, mme ka seo re buile le bone makgetho ka nna metshameko e le mene e leng gore ba ne ba ntse ba dira yalo, mme ba rakaela gore tota bone ha ba leng teng ga ba ka ke ba suta mo tshwetsong e ba e tshwetseng ka ba ipelaetsa gore tota ba na dithata tsa gore ba ka dira jalo.
The battle between First Division South and Chiefs over the entrance fee has been going for a long, hence the need for third-party intervention.
Phuta go a gompieno e rile ga re tswa mo go yone re ra dumalela ka bongwe ba pelo e re gore tota ganye go ile le baka ba Botswana Football League ba kopa gore nyamme kganye a remitiwe mo go bone ba enele DC e nne bone tota ba lebagane le yone ka gore go lebega rona re ba First Division re tsamaye le yone sebaka ka rona le ba Muchuri Center Chiefs ga re dumalane go nne le an independent body e le gore gongwe e ka tla lebela dintlha matlhakore a mabedi mme ba tla ka tshwetso e le gore gongwe e ka berekela football ditshwetso bona ba DC ba go tsaya di a ba dikatlholo di a go nna jang tota ga se mo re ka reng gona le o tla tlholwang ka poyang re tla utlwa ka bone kana kgang ga le go enetswe botsamaisi bo bogolwane ke bona ba tsang ditshwetso rona re tla be re letile gore re itse gore ga le botsamaisi ba First Division South le Mochudi Center Chiefs tota kgannye bothata o ka tswa bone e le ba DC ba bo bona bo le ha kae so ke ka mo reng a re ba leteng re letela gore mo malatsing a 14 a ba ipetseng gore tla re mo malatsing ao kganye bo ba e heditse.
Mochudi Center Chiefs will host Sabon-based outfit Desert now on Saturday at River Plate grounds in the First Division South League Week 12 encounter. Khomzo Sefako, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Thero Sitsile's 40th minute strike gave Joining Galaxy a 1-0 victory over Security Systems in the Botswana Premier League Week 9 rescheduled fixture, which was moved due to Galaxy's participation in the CAF Champions League. Ran Khaimonyane and Thomas Munamura compiled the following report.
After registering 1-0 wins against 11 Angels and VTM respectively, both teams were hopeful to continue where they left off. 20 minutes into the game, Galaxy goalkeeper Witone Poko misjudged the ball and caught System striker inside the box, but referee Tebogo Bakoba awarded a fair play drop ball to the keeper. On the 40th minute, Galaxy got the lead through Thero Sitile, following a good passage of play to take the game into recess at 1-0 in favour of Galaxy. After the break, both coaches seemed to have worked on their tactics as they matched each other pound for pound, making it hard to have clear-cut scoring opportunities in the second half. That meant that the game ended as it was in the first half, with Galaxy claiming maximum points courtesy of the strike from their prodigal son, Thero Sitile. The attacker bagged his second goal of his second stint at the club in just 2 games.
Second half, it's only that we are unfortunate. We pinned them in the half, but when it's not today, it's not today. We will go back and change our focus to the weekend game.
Sometimes you need to choose between getting points and be praised of playing good football. And this is one match where I think we had to play well in the first 45 minutes. But in the second 45 minutes, the demands when they go high, you should also try to adapt and say, what do you do to make sure that you protect what you have? And obviously we had to make changes, but I'm happy with how we played. Sometimes we have to grind the results, get the 3 points, which I think we did today, and I'm very happy with how we played.
The win means that Galaxy is still third on the log with 25 points from 10 games, while on the other hand, Systems are also still fourth with 22 points after 13 games. Ryan Khaimonyane, BTV Sport, Lobatse.
And lastly, Botswana Football Association coaches instructor Ditiro Motsagare says football development of any country is heavily influenced by the quality of their grassroots development programs as they build young players into well-rounded players. Motsagare highlighted this recently at the opening of the CAFD coaching course in Moshopa, which was organized by the Ministry of Youth, Gender, Sport and Culture for coaches who have been working with young players in the southern region. Kamelo Muntsusi reports.
The BFA CAFD coaching course has attracted 36 coaches from Moshopa, Kanye, Lobatse, Good Hope and Mabutsane. Will focus mainly on grassroots development.
So you are trying to work or teach people how to work with the kids, and not just working, properly working with the kids. Developing kids in a way that they become automatically the future of this country.
One of the representatives from Maesek Khudisa Mamweti says this coaching course is very important to develop football across the country.
Re bahile kitso e ka yone ka reng jaanong ga ra go simolodisa itutuntswe ya ba na go tswa kwa class 6 years to 12 years go tswala ko tlase ko re bo re nna le bana ba dipalo tse dintsi ba leng gore ba rutilwe kgwele ya dinao sentle mme ebile jalo ga re ba bone o ka re mo nako e tlang ga ra go batla go dira gongwe go diragala gore ne le team ya under 17 or under 15 or under 17 ya kgaolo ya borwa re bo re na le kitso e tletseng ya gore re na le bana ba ba rutilweng sentle go tswa ko moding.
The coaches are pleased with the opportunity they have been given and will implement what they have been taught.
Thuto puisanyo ke dumela gore e botlhokwa e tla re sologela molemo go tswa go apele mo so that ke mong ka tshimologo ya di-coach ko moding mo so that e dile ka bana ba banyenyane. Ke dumela gore ha re ka simolla ka go ruta bone ba ba botlana going forward go ka thusa gore e re ha ba gore di-junior teams tsa rona go apele di go ka di sologela molemo.
Go botlhokwa thata gore e re le nna ke le motho a mme e be ke tsena mo morerong wa tsa kgwele ya dinao gore ke ba rotloetse from at a tender age, because ha go ntse yalo yanong e tla re mo tsamanyana ko re itlhele rena le bana ba ba itseng bolo thata mme re ba rutile go tswa ko moding from primary level go ya ha go timonyana.
The 5 days CAFD coaching course is expected to end on the 2nd of this month. Tlamelo Montsusi, BTV Sport.
With that said, we come to the end of Botswana Tonight Sports segment. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Stay blessed.
Thank you so much, TT. We've got Friday and Saturday to register. Have you registered?
Yes, I did register.
I sense a bit of hesitation in your answer.
I registered.
Can you bring your blue book tomorrow for confirmation?
Yes.
Let's show the nation that you are leading by example.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Titi.
And bring yours also.
I'm definitely bringing mine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was TT Tato Josimore giving us the latest in sports. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. The president receives letters of credence from the ambassadors of Georgia and Belgium. SADC countries to collaborate in fighting the spread of cholera in the region. And in football, entrance fee dispute between Mochudi Center Chiefs and the First Division South League presented before the Botswana Football League for arbitration. That's all we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. BTV News Ikanye Rona. Hashtag BW Mindset Change are changing. Up next is the weather update.
Good evening and welcome. The weather forecast tonight is brought to you by Kumo Sasalmonak. The following are the rainfall amounts recorded this morning at 8. We recorded 12 millimeters at Karakobis Primary School, 7 millimeters at Western High Primary School, 5 millimeters at Tubu Primary School, 3 millimeters at Satau Primary School, 2 millimeters at Mamuno Border Post, and 1 millimeter at Medzimantle Khotla and Tobane Crops. This evening, clouds are visible over most areas of our country. We are still expecting some isolated thunder showers over the entire country. Tomorrow, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers over Ngamile and Chobe, central northeast, Kalahadi, and southern district. Over the remaining areas, we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions. In the morning, we're expecting some warm temperatures over southern southeast Gauteng, southern central and northeast district, with hot temperatures expected over the remaining areas. In the afternoon, we're expecting some warm temperatures over southern southeast Gauteng, central northeast, and Chobe district. Over the remaining areas, we're expecting some hot afternoon temperatures. We're expecting to record maximums of 33 to 35 degrees Celsius. Now, looking at the weekend forecast on Saturday and Sunday, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers over southern southeast Gauteng and Kweneng district, with some hot afternoon temperatures on Sunday. Over Kalahadi district, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on Saturday and Sunday, with very hot afternoon temperatures on Sunday. Over Ngamiland, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on Saturday, and clouds will be visible over the weekend at Chobe district with some hot afternoon temperatures. Over southern central, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on both days, with hot afternoon temperatures on Sunday. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good evening.
Discourse about literacy is happening around the world, because literacy is not just a problem in Botswana or in Africa, it's a worldwide problem. Early last year, we attended, as members of LOAPI, we attended the World Literacy Summit, and it was world's many countries represented to come and discuss challenges in literacy and how they're affecting access, especially access to education. Because literacy is important. Literacy is a human right.